My Lords, I am delighted that this Government will continue to support the successes of Team GB and Paralympics GB. The Chancellor has confirmed that a multi-year investment will mean a total of £344 million is invested in Olympic and Paralympic success over the next cycle. This will support them through to the 2028 Olympic Games and provide excellent foundations for the 2032 Games and beyond.
Yeah.
My Lords, that's excellent, more excellent budget news. It keeps coming. However, how people watch and are inspired by our sporting heroes is changing. During the Paris 2024 Olympics and Paralympics, the BBC had over 67 million online catch-up requests. The next two Olympics and Paralympics are in totally different time zones. The listed events regime protects live TV viewing but does not prevent digital or on-demand clip rights being hidden behind a paywall. So can the Minister confirm the completion of the 2022 review covering this and also help find a way to protect digital and on-demand clips so that everybody can enjoy LA 2028 and Brisbane 2032, despite being in different time zones, and also be inspired?
My noble friend makes a good point about changing viewer habits. It's important that sporting events of national importance remain available for people to view for free in years to come. Both the Olympics and Paralympic Games are rightly both Group A listed events, which means that live coverage must be offered to at least one free-to-air broadcaster. I can reassure my noble friend we will consider the issue he raises on digital rights and look to set out our position on the issue on digital rights in due course.
Lords, my Lords, we all congratulate the successes of Team GB at both the Olympics and Paralympics. However, we must recognise the importance of supporting grassroots sports, which helps generate essential participation. Does the Minister agree that it is vital that we need early identification and effective delivery of talent from the grassroots, schools and clubs to ensure that all important talent pathways thrive?
Yes, I would agree with the noble lady, and alongside the UK sport funding increase, the Government has also committed in our autumn budget to support elite and grassroots sport by investing in multi-use facilities across the UK and scaling up work so DCMS can deliver on plans for the UK and Ireland to host the 2028 UEFA European Football Championship.
My Lords, I declare my interest as in the register. In praising Team G Olympic and Paralympic athletes for their continued success, I want to mention our Olympic head coach for athletics, the wonderful Paula Dunn. But in terms of community benefit from sport, in my former constituency in Salford, investment in the Park Tennis Project has revitalised old tennis courts and is bringing people of all ages back to tennis. So I want to ask my noble friend, the Minister, if the Government will continue to invest in grassroots facilities, including tennis and padel courts, particularly in areas of higher social deprivation.
So the importance of grassroots sports facilities can't be overstated, and as I've said in response to the previous question, the Government is also committed in the autumn budget to support grassroots sport by investing in multi-use facilities across the UK, and this will enable people such as those that my noble friend refers to get that start in the sports that they so need.
My Lords, will the noble lady, the Minister, join me in congratulating the swimmers, both in the Olympics and Paralympics, on once again doing very well indeed. But will she accept that the ability, particularly of those that are disabled people swimming, they can only achieve their maximum potential if the facilities are available locally? And with many local authorities under financial pressure, swimming pools are being closed. Can she give a commitment that the Government will do everything they can in England for themselves and in cooperation in Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland to ensure that the resources are there to maintain swimming pools so that we can maintain this record well into the future?
So I'd agree. I mean, I learnt how to swim in a swimming pool in South London, where my father literally threw me in at the deep end, which I'm not sure is an accepted approach to teaching swimming now. I think that I will... I mean, this is an issue that's gone on for some time, and I think we're acutely aware of the issue the Noble Lord refers to.
It's following the excellent example in Paris of the Paralympics, which apparently they had modelled on the London Olympics and the tone that we set. Will the government recognise that for us to have young people come through and able to perform, we need to have rapid provision of specialist prostheses for these children? We need specialist wheelchairs for them to be able to participate. And our ordinary services need to recognise that when they have the potential to become Paralympians, that they really do need rapid access to highly specialised equipment to enable them to perform.
So I've got the privilege now, I'm going to give you a demonstration of how I've moved around the country. I now live near Stoke Mandeville, and obviously that is Buckinghamshire's the home of the Paralympics. I think that nobody in your Lordship's house could be in any doubt of the acute crisis that's facing the NHS. And I do recognise the issue that the Noble Lady raises, and will speak to my noble friend Baroness Merron about the issue she raises.
Lords, the whole Commonwealth is grateful to Glasgow for stepping in to host the next Commonwealth Games in 2026, and we wish them every success as they had in 2014. But many sporting bodies around the world have expressed concern at the reduction in the number of sports being included, 7 fewer than the last time Glasgow played host. Amongst those that have been cut are diving, part of every Commonwealth Games since 1930, badminton, squash and table tennis, meaning there'll be no racket sports, cricket, hockey, the triathlon and more. With the Games already billed as low cost and smaller scale, how is the government supporting Glasgow to ensure that the Games are a success and that they too inspire new generations of people in a wide range of sports?
So the Commonwealth Games are a clear and key part of the elite pathway in many sports, and a really important event, which is why the government agreed to provide up to £2.3 million of contingency funding to support safety and security if required. What I would say is that we anticipate that Glasgow 2026 will deliver over £100 million of inward investment into the city to deliver the Games, which will both support economic and social benefits for Glasgow, but also be that inspiration for future generations to come.
My Lords.
And the Noble...
My Lords, the Minister should be very grateful to her father. Being thrown in at the deep end is very good training for ministerial life. Has she thought that this is also a time for some socialist planning? Shouldn't those individual sports that are receiving the benefits of the lottery and other grants have plans ready to make sure that they're fit and ready to take up any upturn in interest caused by the Olympics? Because there is the report often of sports clubs not being ready when interested people start applying.
So I think being thrown in the deep end definitely prepares one for ministerial life. I think that I'll look into what specific arrangements are undertaken, but I would assume that the sports that are covered in these big major tournaments would then anticipate an upturn. But I'll look into what does happen and what more can be done to make sure they're available for people when they express interest.
My Lords, can the...
I asked the Noble Lady the Minister if, now that a fiscal event has taken place, will His Majesty's Government please urgently review the strategy for the UK's hosting of major and mega sporting events, given that opportunities have already and will in future be missed if any review does not immediately take place. I declare an interest as earlier this year we lost the opportunity to host the International Ice Hockey Federation Men's World Championship, which would have brought in over £56 million of economic benefit to the UK, not a bad return on investment. and specifically would have helped the levelling up agenda to help support regions in the north?
So I think I'm aware of the issue that the Noble Lord raises. We're really clear, however, that hosting major events does contribute both to sort of inspiring future generations and also to the economy. And I think we've got a number of tournaments coming up, such as the Euro 2028, the Women's Rugby World Cup next year, and other future events. And hopefully we'll be able to have more success in relation to the ice hockey next time than we did this time.